My name is Bastien Salabanzi. I just turned 40 years old last month. I've been skating for 31 years. Started in the south of France in a very, very small town. No skate shop, no skate scene. And then I moved to a city called Toulon. And I fell in love with the community, the homies, and how it was like very easy to do your own thing. You know, in skateboarding, you don't have a club, don't have a team. You kind of do your own thing. And then there was a local skate shop, and Laurent Molinier, aka Momo, was like, "Hey, dude, like, what if like I take you to a few contests, a few competition here and there, and see how you do?" And then after my second competition in Marseille, a famous pro skater, vert skater called Reinventing, saw me skate and kind of like told people overseas in America that he saw a little kid that he thought was good on a skateboard. And next thing I know, I win the competition in Marseille. They tell me that I'm supposed to go in Ventura, California to compete in the World Championship of Amateur Skating, which I finished second. And after that, it kind of blew up. I ended up going back and forth a lot in California. I skated for Flip Skateboard for a very long time. Skated with Jeff Rowley, Mark Appleyard, Tom Penny, Ali Boulala, Ron Glifberg, Alex Moley, Ed Templeton. I could go on for hours, but all the people that I saw on videos, I was there. You know, I was skating like mythical spots, legendary spots with legends. You know, they would teach me like little tips, you know, because I never skated like big spots like those guys. So, and I was little. I was like, the first time I saw those guys, I was like 12 years old. So obviously you always get better when you skate with people that are better than you. And so it inspired me greatly. And a few years later, we started working on the flip video, the first one called The Sorry. And you know, you work in a project and you kind of like, you have your head like in the game and you only focus into what you're doing. So we didn't realize how big the flip video was going to become. People still talk to me about it today, which is, I'll never get used to it. I get comments like, it was the first video I've ever seen. You inspired me since day one. This video was like my Bible. I watched it every single day before I go skating, and your video part meant a lot. Or People of Colors was like I could relate because it was like a black kid that did what I love to do or what I dream of doing. And as a Frenchman, you know, you're in California skating with the greatest. And I was fortunate enough to get 7 World Championship titles within my career. I was a very competitive skater back in the days when I was a kid. Now I'm very much more focused into street skating, pushing my technical abilities to the limit, posting stuff on social media, filming video parts, shooting photos. But competition nowadays is not really my thing. I think you do need that fire and that drive of I want to compete against the others. I don't have that no more. The only person I want to compete is with myself. Like, I know that I'm not the kid that can jump 20 stairs just for fun. I'm 40 years old, so I'm trying to skate smart, respect my body, and really just craft my techniques. Like, I do combos now at Magaba or the spots that I didn't even think was possible when I was younger. So I would definitely kick my own ass at 20 years old now. I'm better technically, I'm more fit, I'm stronger, wiser, and smarter. So I'm definitely better. But what's funny is that 20 years ago, you would have told me that the 40-year-old Bastien would be better than the 20-year-old. I would laugh and be like, nah, there's no way. So it proves that 40 years old it could be the beginning of whatever chapter you want to do. 40 is end to end, and 50 is end to end either. Life is a long, long, long journey, and I don't take anything for granted because I've learned that you can do whatever you want. So I do believe that skateboarding and music is very much linked, because every time you watch like a skateboard video, you'll always have music on the support. So I've discovered many hip-hop artists like Royal Flush, watching Keenan Milton in the Mouse video, people like Jimmy Cliff when I watched Lava McBride in the trilogy, or Ronnie Krieger. So, and many other bands that I would not have listened before, like Placebo or Modest Mouse, Smashing Pumpkin, and so on. So I was doing a tour in Asia, and my roommate was Stefan Janowski. You probably heard his name because of a shoe that's quite famous that carries his name. And so we were roommates, and I come from a hip-hop DJing kind of brotherhood. I never really had access to any instruments like that. And then I saw he's carrying like a baby, like a small guitar. And we just finished like a signing and a demo, and like it was a long day. And I sit on the bed just relaxing before we go grab some food, and he takes the guitar out of the case and he plays a song by Modest Mouse. And I thought it was the coolest shit I've ever heard. It just really hit me. Like kind of like when I saw those guys doing an ollie for the first time and made me fall in love with skateboarding. It felt just the same. Like I heard him play like a C to an A minor to a G to an F, and that was it. I was hooked for life. I came home after that. I bought my first guitar when I was 15. That was 25 years ago, and I never looked behind since. It's been, which is great. It's like skateboarding is very physical, and music is very spiritual and very healing type of thing. And I love how balanced it is. Obviously, you sweat in both. When I play live, I'm definitely sweating like if I'm skating, but I love the balance of like, you do something dangerous, you get hurt, you bleed, you break bones and whatnot, and then all of a sudden you're like chilling around like a campfire with the homies everywhere, just talking about life and conversing with chords and music, because it is a language, universal one, I do believe. And it's very interesting how it just blends in my life naturally, because like I said, skateboarding and music is very much linked. And somehow I came to Barcelona thinking skateboarding, the best spots ever. My favorite spot is Magba. I was like, it's gonna be perfect for my skateboarding. But little did I know, my music completely took off, and without me really trying that hard at all. It was like destiny kind of, where like I went to a few jam sessions. I play a lot of electric blues, and things just clicked in. Honestly, I'm kind of now an humble dude. I've been through a lot, and I don't take anything for granted, and I love to be in the present and to value the moments that I go through, and to respect and have consideration for everybody. I don't care who you are, what color, what culture, what religion. I don't give a fuck about none of it. If I see that you're a positive dude and you're trying to make the world around you a better place, I'ma fuck with you. And I play the blues like I skate. I only know how to do it with the heart. I can't do something 98% or 60% half-ass shit. I just love to, if it's something that I'm passionate about, I'm gonna go 1,000%. I'm never someone that was able to do something 65% and kind of keep it for later. I don't know how to do that. And I guess it just charms people when I guess they see that we share the same passion, and that you are really involved in what you're doing. You do it with the heart. I hear a lot of people focusing on the result or the angle of approach of they should do the thing. I'm someone who don't really care about the approach. I do believe that if you do something with your heart, like if it comes from that right place, everything will fall into places. Like people will relate to that because it's the purest form. You're not doing it because. You're doing it like because it means a lot to you. You're not trying to get a result or a response or a validation for somebody. You're just being true to who you are, and the fire that is inside of you. Just be like, fuck man, like when I wake up in the morning, I want to make movies. I want to go fishing. I want to make music. I want to fucking make hip-hop beat. I want to mix. I want to DJ. I want to buy records and make music. Whatever it is you want to do it for you. Like I do believe in reincarnation and life after death, but I have no proof of it. So if it's my only dance, if it's my only song, it's my only life, I'm gonna live it 1,000%. Like I'm not gonna have no regret thinking on my deathbed, what if, or I should have, and none of that. I don't want no regret, and that's why I live the life the way I do is because I think every day is as special as the next and as special as the last. And I just want to really, really, really be grateful for all my friends that are not here no more. I think about Shane Cross. I think about Louis Marnell. I think about a lot of people that are gone too soon, you know. Dylan Reader. A lot of homies ain't here no more. And for those people, I gotta respect them and honor them in living my life to the fullest, because they were not as lucky as I am. So I'm still here, and I'm ready to bite the life with every teeth I have. Too many sunrise, it's been gone, like a few good times from home. Another lonely Christmas alone. I see you got new scars and some last time. Our time to say goodbye. This is the last time. I said last time. Our time to say goodbye. Well, I know you'll remain strong, no matter what's going on. You'll be happy and stay calm. You'll always carry on. This is the last time. Our time to say goodbye. This is the last time to say goodbye. You're afraid to look behind in case you lose your mind. You ain't got time to waste your time. I guess you'll never be mine. Last time. Our time to say goodbye. This is the last time. That's the last time. It's time to say. It's time to say goodbye.